Hi everyone, this is UK Manic Loomer and I'm back with one of the damned 2000 newest designs. It's called the Cayman Islands and it's a 9-pin bar wide by approximately 2 in length. And I'm just going to show you a picture on my phone. It's not the clearest picture on his account, just to give you a bit of an idea. Let's see if there you go, my camera likes it. So that's the rendition he's got on his account. The details will be below if you'd like to check it out. And of course, I always do a rendition first. So this is the rendition that I did as a practice. And I particularly love these. See if I can get it in a bit more for you. See, now it's gone right out, hasn't it? There's these yellow bits here and they've got a raised effect like that. Can you just make that out? And I just think it's really clever because that's how they naturally lay. So yeah, this is called the Cayman Island Bracelet and let's get on with it. So I'm going to do the same colour theme as I've done on here. So these are going to be all opaques today because I just think this is just a fantastic colour sequence. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our loom and we're going to go from the first peg, we're going to go across one, then we're going to go diagonally up one, diagonally down one, diagonally down one, then we're going to go back up diagonally one, up diagonally one, back down diagonally one, and then the same level, okay? So that is the layout of your loom. So go ahead and get that all sorted. I think this is a medium tension bracelet, but it does depend on what sort of bands you use. So as I always say, brace up for the worst and you can't go wrong. So when you're ready, press play. All right, let's just start off with that border. As I said, I'm going to be copying this exactly because I just absolutely love the colour combo. So the outside border is going to be blue and it does not have a secondary border to this design, okay? So what we're going to do, I'm going to be using ocean blue as it's the Cayman Island bracelet. I thought it was quite appropriate. I'm going to start on the 5th pin bar and I'm going to zoom in for you guys. That's a bit better. And we're just going to go to the left and follow those first pins on each pin bar until we get to the first. And then we're going to go up, straight up this line here. And then I'm going to get to the top and shuffle it down for you. We are going to stop on the 1, 2, 3, third peg at the end. So I'm going to just drop that band there to remind me. I'm going to come back down here first and I'm just going to do this side. So going 5th pin bar, first pin, and then we're going to follow the first pins out to the right, like so. And then we're going to take that all the way to the end until we hit that 3rd pin from the end of that pin bar. And then what we're going to do is we're not going to do a mirror image close, so I'm going to just zoom it in a bit more for you. There you go. And what we're going to do is we're going to go across one and then we're going to go diagonally up and diagonally up, going inwards the whole time. Oh, that twisted a lot. There you go. So we're going to go across here and then all the way up, and then we're going to do the same on this side. So it's 1, 2, 3, 3 pins from the end. We're going to go across one, we're going to go diagonally up and in, diagonally up and in, and then diagonally up and in. So don't forget to do those straight lines first before you do the end part. So go ahead, do your border, and when you're ready, just press play. All right, that's the border all done. So it's gone in, across, and all the way in. So it's slightly different to the beginning. Next, we're going to be doing some X's on the 1st, the 2nd, and the 8th to 9th. And I'm going to copy the same rendition here. So this will be a lime green that I'm going to use. No, correction, it's neon green. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay it so the bands go in first and then out. So first pin bar, first pin, and we're going to go diagonally up and in, second pin bar, first pin, diagonally up and out. Then we go from there, up and in, up and out, up and in, up and out. Really, really easy to do. And on the same one here, we're going to do the 9th pin bar first, and we're going to go diagonally up and inwards, and then diagonally up and outwards. Then we're going to go diagonally up and inwards, diagonally up and outwards, diagonally up and inwards, diagonally up, oh no, that feels bad, get rid of that one, diagonally up and outwards, okay? So go ahead and finish all your X's off, and when you're ready, press play. Alright, that's the X's done. Next we're going to be doing some of those triangles. And I'm just going to bring out this rendition again. These triangles here, which are in the orange. Let me get Camera will not play nice to me today apparently. Okay, so I've done these in the orange, and the triangle is what lifts these yellow bands up. The yellow bands are going to be zigzags. So again, I'm going to do it the same colours, so I'm going to use a orange. And how I do it, let's get it back into frame for you, is I like to do it like a line first. So I'm going to bring those oranges up. We'll just do that many on that side, and that's the 2nd pin bar, and of course we're going to do it on the 8th pin bar as well. So again, I'm just going to put some lines up here. Like that. And then what I like to do is just grab my hook and just bring it across. I find it reduces the twisting of the bands being put on by doing it this way. And then I'll just do it on this side as well. So it looks a bit more clumsier because I'm not left-handed. Like so, okay? So however you do it, whether you just put it on like that or like the way I've done it, it doesn't really matter as long as they get put on all the way down the end. So go ahead and do that now, and when you're ready, just press play. Okay then, that is now the triangles done. Next we're going to be doing the zigzags like I explained with this part here. See, it's just not going to go into frame today. Right, the bit that's raised is the zigzags. Right, so let's just go on with it. It's going to be between the 3rd pin bar and the 2nd pin bar. So see if I can get my camera to work for me. Right, okay. So 3rd pin bar, 1st pin first. We're going to go over to the 2nd. Then we're going to zig up to the 3rd. 3rd to 2nd going upwards. 2nd to 3rd going upwards. And we're just going to do that all the way up. Then of course we're going to go back down, and we're going to start on the 7th pin bar here, and we're just going to go diagonally up and out, diagonally up and in, up and out, up and in, up and out, and up and inwards. Just like that. So they're laying on top of those triangle orange bands that you did. Okay, so go ahead and finish the zigzag, and when you've done, just press play. That's now the zigzags complete. Now we're going to be moving on to the lopsided crosses, and for this I'm going to be using my pink. And what we need to do is we need to go on the 4th pin bar, 1st pin, and we need to go diagonally out to the left. So it's a nice long stretch like that. Just zoom in a bit more. There you go. And then we're going to put a small cross on there. So 4th pin bar, 2nd pin, we're going to go diagonally long, up and out. And then from 3rd pin bar, 2nd pin, we're going to go across inwards. The third pin bar, third pin, we're going to go long stretch up and out, go back down one, short stretch inwards. Okay, then we're going to come down to this side. We're going to start on the 6th pin bar. We're going to do a long stretch up and outwards, followed by the 7th pin bar, first pin, short diagonal up and inwards. From that pin we're going to do long up and out, one down, short, inwards. From that pin we're going to go long up and out, go back down one, we're going to short inwards. Okay, so that's all you need to do. Go ahead and when you're finished, press play. Alright then, next we're going to be doing 3 straight lines, and for these straight lines I'm going to be using opaque white. Now one of these, well, 2 of these straight lines here, which will be on the 3rd pin bar, you don't really see. See if I can keep it there. You just about make it there. So just bear that in mind, and it's the same on this side as well. You can just about see it underneath, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3rd pin bar first, and I'm just going to go up straight, nothing fancy, just bring it all the way up. And I'm going to do the same on the 7th pin bar here. Like that. And then I'm going to do the centre pin, so your 5th pin bar, like this, all the way up, okay? So I'm going to go off camera again, and I'm going to go all the way to the top, and when you've done the same, press play. Alright, that's all the lines also done now. We're going to move in to the centre, and I'm going to be doing this in the lovely deep purple from Rainbow Loom. And we're going to be doing diamond shapes. So as we've already got the first part here in the border, we're just going to work up from the 5th pin bar, and we're going to go 2nd pin, we're going to go down, oops, down and to the left, down to the right. Just going to zoom that in a bit more for you, don't need to be that far away. And then we're going to go on the same pin, we're going to go up to the left, up to the right, and then now that's got 4 bands on it, we're going to move up to the 3rd pin bar, and we're going to go down to the left, down to the right, up to the left, up to the right. Then we've got 4 bands on there. We're going to move on to the next pin, and we're going to go down to the left, down to the right, up to the left, and up to the right. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to move on, that's 4 bands there. I'm going to go down to the left, down to the right, up to the left, up to the right. Okay, so repeat that pattern all the way to the end, and then what we have to do is turn the loom around because we'll be ready to put our cap bands on. Be right back. Right, I have now flipped my loom around, so I'm in the position to start stitching these back. What we need to do is pop some cap bands on first, and I'm going to do a triple cap band, and I'm going to match the colour of our border, which is ocean blue. So I'm going to take 1 band, I'm going to wrap it around my finger once, twice, 3 times, and I'm going to put it on the 5th pin bar. I'm going to put it on total the 3rd, no, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, so not the 1st or the 9th basically. So I'm just going to pop these on very quickly. And one more. The reason why I'm doing them in the ocean blue border is so that they blend into the border and don't stick out as part of the overall design. Right, anyway, first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing these bands, purple bands here, we're going to be bringing them in, okay? So I'm going to go into the 4th pin bar, first pin, I'm going to grab that purple band and bring it back to itself. Then I'm going to jump across to the 6th, sorry, and I'm going to grab that band and bring it back to itself, okay? The next thing we do for these ones are we're going to loom them outwards, okay? So we're going to go 5th pin bar, 2nd pin. I'm going to go in, grab that top band to the left, bring it back to itself, go back in, grab that top band and bring it back to the right, okay? See if I can just get this in a bit more. Alright, that's most I can do. And then we're going to copy the same sequence, so we're going to go into the 4th pin bar, 2nd pin, bring it diagonally in to the middle, go onto the 6th pin bar, bring it back to itself into the middle. Then we're going to do the outs, so we're going to go into the 5th pin bar, 3rd pin, grab that top band to the left and bring it back to itself, go back in, grab that next band, bring it to the right. Then we go inwards from here, grab that band, bring it inwards, grab the next one on this side, bring it inwards, okay? So that's your sequence, it's in, out, in, out. I'll do one more with you. So we're going to go in, grab that top band and bring it out to the left, go back in, grab the top band, bring it to the right. Then we're going to go to this one, bring it inwards, over to this side and bring it inwards, okay? So that's the sequence. If you need to have another look, just rewind this YouTube video and rewatch what I have just done. But go ahead anyway and take it all the way to the top, and when you're finished, press play. Okay, I'm back, and the next part in this process is to do this straight line here. So we're going to go into the 5th pin bar cap band again, and we're going to grab the straight line, which is my opaque white, and we're just going to bring it back on itself. Really easy to do. So I'm just going to do this without jumping off, because it won't take a moment. Nearly there. Alright, that's the centre done. And then next we are going to do the 3rd and 7th pin bar straight back to itself as well. So we're going to go into 3rd cap band. We're going to bring that forward and we're just going to loom that forward. Again, nothing fancy. And then once that's all done, we're going to come back to the 7th here. Going to go into that cap band, grab that white band and bring it forwards. Okay, I am now going to jump off and just finish these 2 lines, and when you've done the same, press play. Alright, I've now finished my straight lines. Next we're going to be tackling the sideways crosses, and what we'll be doing is we'll be going into the 4th pin bar, 2nd pin, and we're just going to take that small diagonal and we're going to bring it outwards like that. Then we're going to go into the 3rd pin bar, so we're going to go behind that cap band. We're going to grab that long pink and we're going to bring it back to itself inwards. Okay, so we always do the little one going outwards and back to itself, and the big one going back to itself inwards, like so. So go in again, get the little one, go outwards, go down one, grab that big one, go inwards, go into that one, grab the little one, go outwards, go down one, grab the big one and bring it inwards, okay? So that is a sequence for this part. We'll move over to the other side and we're going to go for that little one again. So it's going to be the 6 pin bar second pin. And we're going to go diagonally outwards. Then we're going to drop one, grab that long stretch. Just a long stretch would be nice. Okay, diagonally inwards. Then go into that one, grab the diagonal band that goes outwards, drop down one, grab that long diagonal band. Oh, they're all twisted up here, they never swirl. Right, and up and inwards, go into that pin, go outwards, go down one, go up and inwards. In that same pin, grab the small one and go outwards, one more, go down one, grab that long one, and then go inwards. Okay, so that's the sequence, and go ahead and finish it all the way to the end, and when you're ready, just press play. Okay, I'm done with that, and next we're going to be tackling those zigzags. Now we are going to do the zigzags as what I'd like to call it is the chasing zigzags. And what I mean by that is we're going to go into the second pin bar first pin. We're going to grab the yellow band and we're going to bring it inwards. Then we're going to go from that point, we're going to grab the next section and bring it outwards. Then from that point, grab that one and bring it inwards. From that point, grab the next one and we bring it outwards. So each one we're doing is basically moving on to the next one like a bit of a chase. So call it the chasing zigzag. Right, I'm going to move on to the next side. I'm going to zoom in a bit more for you if you need that. I'm going to go into the 8th pin bar. I'm going to grab that yellow band. We're going to go up and inwards. Then we're going to go in and grab the next one, go outwards. Then we're going to go and grab the next band and we're going to go inwards. Then we're going to grab the next band from that point and go outwards. One more, I'm going to grab that band and go inwards. Okay, so go ahead and do your chasing zigzags all the way to the top, and when you're ready, press play. Okay, so I've now done my chasing zigzags. Next I'm going to be tackling those orange triangles that we did, and all we're going to do is simply bring them back to themselves. What I mean by this is we're going to go into the 3rd pin bar second pin where the point is, and we're just going to bring that up. We're going to hook it to the bottom one and then bring it around and hook it to that top one. Okay, so it's bringing it back to itself. Then we're going to go into the next pin on the 3rd pin bar. We're going to hook the next point, bring it down to the bottom, bring it up to the top. Now it's going to be a very tight band, so take it slowly and make sure that you've got a good quality band there. Okay, so now we're going to go into this one. We're going to grab it, bring it down to the bottom, bring it back up to the top, and there it's back on itself. I'm going to do it one more time. Go into the next one, grab the point, bring it down, bring it back. There you go. Then let's move over to this side. We're going to go into the 7th pin bar, second pin, grab the point of the triangle. We're going to go down and up, next one up, grab the point of the triangle again. We're going to go down and up. Next one, we're going to go down and then up. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera now and I'm going to take it all the way to the end, and when you get there as well, press play. Okay, so next we've got to do is those green bands. We're going to be doing the bottom band first going outwards and then the top band going inwards. Now I did make a mistake, we do need another cap band on the 1st and the 9th pin bar to make this work. So we're going to just pop one on as well. And then I'll pop one on this side, ready. Okay, so we're going to go into the 2nd pin bar, 1st pin, and we're going to get that bottom band and we're going to take it up and out. Then we're going to go down one, grab that bottom band and bring it in, back to itself. And we're just going to do this all the way. So the bottom band is going out, top band is going in, bottom band going up and out, top band going up and in. Really simple. And there you go. And then I'm going to go to this side and we're going to do the same sequence. So we're going into the 8th pin bar. We're going to go in and grab that bottom band and bring it up and out, go back down, go into that one, grab that top band and go up and in, go into that one, up and out, go back down one, up and in, go into that one, up and out, go back down one, up and in, and one more time into that pin, up and out, down one, up and in. Okay, so that's the sequence. Take it all the way to the end, and then all we have to do is do the border back to itself, and I will come back once I've done my X's to show you that. Okay, when you're ready, press play. Alright then, that's the green X's done. Next we're going to tackle the blue border. And if anyone hasn't done a border before, I would be very surprised. So we're going to go into the 5th pin bar, we're going to grab that top band and we're just going to bring the blue back to itself all the way until we get to the 5th pin bar on the opposite side. So once you get to the edge here, you're going to pull back all those bands, get the bottom one, each time grabbing the bottom one like so. Right, I'm going to move on to this bit here. I'm going to go back into the 5th pin bar, bring it back to itself, so pull those cap bands down, go through them and grab that very bottom band and bring it up so it loops all the other bands around the edges to keep them from falling apart. Then pull in and then get the bottom band each time on the straight. So that's the easiest part. Okay, so just carry on like this all the way. Do the left hand side first, then the right, and stop at the middle pin bar on each side. Okay, so go ahead and do that, and when you're ready, press play and I'll show you how to take it off. Okay, so that is my border complete. Next we're going to be putting on the bands. If I've used 600 count bags, I always use 2 bands to seal it off. If I'm using 300 counts, I only use the 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it straight into the hole of the 5th pin bar, go all the way through and out to the edge. Then I'm going to hook my 2 blues on and then just bring it in over the top like that. That way I've now hooked all of the bands with my 2 opaque ocean blues. And if my fingers will allow me to work, I'm just going to slot that C-clip, and this is a small C-clip for this one, which leaves the bands nice and snug inside there. Alright, and then that's ready to come off. Now on this design you could pull it off very, very slowly like this, but what I would recommend is that you do it with your hook instead, just to be sure that you're not going to snap any bands. So hopefully your loom looks like this now, and that you check down the sides to make sure there's nothing hanging and loose. Okay, it's time to take it off. I'm going to zoom out, and what I like to do is I like to go down the 1st pin bar and take off all the outer edges This releases some of the tension in the band and helps you get them off easier. Okay, all the way to the end. And then we go down the ninth to do the exact same as we did on the other side, just to relieve some of that tension. Now, one thing I like about this Cayman Island bracelet is that although it is a 9-pin bar by 2 design, which generally puts people off that are more novice, the actual stitches in it and the way it's laid out is very simple to understand, and is a fantastic band for somebody that's perhaps a medium level and just wants to test the waters of how a 9-pin bar design would work. It also comes out slightly smaller in width than a typical 9-pin bar, which allows it to be worn more easily by children, which is fantastic, because I believe the designer himself is of school age, so he's obviously designed it with mind for children to be able to wear suitably as well. Right. God. I'll tell you one thing, I am absolutely boiling here. UK is in a massive heat wave and it is so not calming down. And with my house being on top of a massive hill, we get all the heat in our home, and it just feels like an oven in here. And because I'm doing this tutorial, I can't have the fan on or the doors open, so that it's as quiet as possible, which leaves, unfortunately, me feeling like I'm sitting in a sauna while doing this, which also makes me feel a little bit delirious and obviously chatty, because I don't normally chat through these tutorials other than telling you which stage we're at and what we're doing next. I have another tutorial, I have 3 more tutorials to do after this one, but not tonight. I have one specifically for my daughter, my youngest daughter, who's 9, who came up with her first design while playing around on the monster tail. So I'm really looking forward to demonstrating how to do that one. And I believe I've got one from the Illuminator as well. And I also have one in the making from my good friend Looming Pippi. So I am super busy at the moment, and I'm really enjoying all these tutorials I'm making. I love teaching people how to do it, and I really love it when I turn on my phone to check my Instagram and find somebody has tagged me with the renditions that they've done, and I love to see all the different variations, because I don't get a lot of time to do bands anymore other than tutorials, because of the new business that I set up. But it's worth it as long as I can do some bands. Right, okay, so here it is. And it is wonderful. I love it, and I love these colours. I love how these loops here sit. And after it tidies up, it'll just have this little thrill look to it, almost like arches or little roller coaster hoops. So yeah, it's a fantastic design, and I can't wait to see the colour variations on this design. Right, there you go. I won't go off camera and back again. I will just tidy up all the bands, and then I'll take a lovely photo and post it on Instagram and Facebook to advertise this fantastic design and the tutorial that should be finished by tonight. So I'll do a recap This design was done by zigzags 2000. It was tutorialized by me, UK Manic Loomer. It's a 9-pin bar wide by 2 in length. Okay, so I've jumped ahead and took all the bands off my looms, and how does it look? Well, it looks fantastic. Look at that, it is beautiful. Well done zigzags 2000 for designing this. It is really lovely to not only stitch and tutorialize, but I am looking forward to making more of them, okay? One thing I really love about this, or there's a few things I love about this design. There is this lovely little raised ridge here. I could just put it into focus there. And that is done because of these triangles. As they've come back, they've raised the yellow zigzag lips, and it just gives this lovely effect. The other reason I love this, and now I don't normally love loose designs, and this definitely has a loose middle where there's lots of gaps in the middle. But one thing I do love about it is this is the design I've just done. This is the Pageant Queen, you might remember if you've seen it before. Now these bands are really tight, so you would expect it to be a little bit thinner, but it's not. It's still a really nice 9-pin one. With these bands a little bit looser, you would expect it to be just as big, if not a little bit bigger. And in fact, it is a lot shorter, so, or should I say thinner. So this is a fantastic 9-pin design for children out there who want that a little bit extra and wants to do a 9-pin bar design for themselves that will fit. Now this certainly doesn't fit around my wrist. This is 2 in length. I would have to do at least 3, maybe just slightly under 3, to be able to fit me in this opaque. If I just show you it there on my wrist, 1, that looks fantastic, and 2, you can just see it there, it's too short for me. But you know what, that's fine. I will do another rendition and I will make it so it's just 3 lengths, and then I'll be able to have a full wrap for myself. So yeah, let's just do a quick recap before I sign off. This is called the Cayman Islands. It was designed by zigzags 2000, who is a up-and-coming designer. And if you are watching this zigzags, I think you should go with your instincts and do a few more designs, because I have seen some of your designs you've turned around and not wanted to tutorialize in the end. But I think you have a really good talent, so please do some more of these, okay? And of course the tutorial was done by me, UK Manic Loomer. And yeah, I think that's everything you need to know. Details are below in the box. Please do hashtag this as the hashtag Cayman Island Bracelet, all one word. And we are dying to see your renditions. So, from the UK, bye.